It's all about rhythm for this kind of style. Just gonna randomize the velocity a little bit. Gonna fire up the Xenology. This definitely has like a really nice groove about it. I'm just gonna build on that idea. I always just like to pull up the MIDI that I've already created. From this, we can really just work out the notes that are in these chords, play along just like some really simple melody over the top, and you'd be surprised. Just a difference in tonality or rhythm, it adds a lot to the idea. So that brings us to this video sponsor, which is Lunacy Audio. So we got the Beam VST. In case you didn't know, Beam is a interactive effects plugin. It's like multi-effects. So using Beam, we can add nodes in to our timeline and pick what order they're in. We can add all of these nodes in whichever order we please. We can actually split the incoming audio signal into multiple paths just by hitting this. So now we have two different routes. So if we add a node, we can say add reverb onto one of the signal paths. Then on the other one, we could have just distortion. On top of this, we can also click on the path and we have control over its individual gain, the pan, and we can solo and mute it. We can also have multiple nodes on each of the paths, and it's also capable of having up to 6 different signal paths. On top of that, we also have mappings. We can route any of these effects to an LFO or an envelope and control how it's modulated. But let's say maybe that's not your thing and you're feeling a little bit lazy. We could just literally go up here. There's just like a crazy amount of presets in here that you can just slap on, test out. There's a few different categories if you're looking for something in particular. So any of these nodes we can just drag in. And today I particularly wanted to focus on Volt, which is a brand new node released by Lunacy. So Volt is a 3-in-1 distortion module. Then I'm just going to add the space node on the end of it, which is just reverb. But what it is a convolution reverb. And if you don't know what convolution reverb is, it's essentially an audio recording of a real physical space. So then they essentially sample it, and these samples are called impulse responses. So we can flick through here and you can see the waveform changes because each of the impulse responses is obviously a different recording. so that's it for the video. Appreciate you watching. Shout out to Lunacy Audio for sponsoring this video. Go and check out Beam. Go and check out Vault. If you'd like to cop this project file, go and check out my Patreon. The membership includes loops, my stash kit, Ableton project files, including this one. And if you're not subbed yet, make sure to sub to the channel. See you in the next video.